So good morning to everyone. So today we're going to discuss about problems with respect to torque calculation in PMMC instrument. So most of you are very familiar that in torque calculation we will experience two types of torques. One is deflection torque and second one is controlling torque. So there is an additional torque also there, damping torque. But in a calculation perspective, in numerical analysis of PMMC instruments, in yesterday's class we discussed about torque equation. In the general explanation of torque equation, we discussed about the concept of deflection torque and controlling torque. So how the deflection torque acted and how the controlling torque restored the angular momentum and inertia of the particular instrument. So that's what we discussed with respect to the previous class. So in today's class, we are about to solve some problems. I exercised some problems in this thing. So we will solve the problems one by one. So first problem. So first problem is related to the calculation of deflection torque. So this is the problem. So what is the problem says? So there is an instrument. The instrument is having the instrument is having 38 turns. The coil is having 38 turns, and the width and axial length of the coil is around 25 mm to 20 mm respectively. Okay. So and it is having a flux density of 0.12 Weber per meter square. So units are very important in representation. The flux density is 0.12 Weber per meter square. So what we have to do means we have to calculate the torque. We have to calculate the deflection torque of moving coil at a current of 12 milliamperes through the coil. So this is the problem we got. So from that, what is the given data? So this is the given data. So we have uh, number of turns n is equal to 38. Okay, and and we have breadth. That means the rectangular former on the PMMC instrument. In between the magnets, we have aluminum former, and the breadth of that aluminum former is around 25 mm. That is 0.025 meters. And the length of the rectangular former it is 20 mm. That is 0.02 meters. Okay, and the flux density is 0.12 Weber per meter square, which is clearly stated in the problem. So actual current flowing in the coil, in that the rectangular former coil through the copper segment, that is 12 milliamps, that is 0.012 amperes. So this is the given data from the problem. So from this we have to calculate the deflection torque. So what is the formula for deflection torque? So what is the formula for deflection torque? Deflection torque is equal to N V current number of turns in a coil multiplied with respect to flux density with respect to the current, length and breadth. So just substitute the values here. N is equal to 38. One second. Substitute the values here. What is the value of N? N is equal to 38. N is equal to 38 and B is equal to 25, 0.12. I is equal, N is equal to 30, N is equal to 38 and flux density B is equal to 0.12 and current I is equal to 0.012 amperes and length is 0.02 meters multiplied with respect to the breadth, that is 0.025 meters. Okay. So solve this problem, just solve the step and answer the solution. What will be the deflection torque? Torque is represented with respect to Newton meter. So what will be the final answer? Just let me know in the chat box. What is the final answer we got here? What is the final answer? Just let me know in the chat box. Just solve the thing. Someone posted, right? 2.73 into 10 to the power of minus 5, right? Anyone? Any answers? That 0. Not 2 into 2736, right? 222 is correct. And 202 responded with respect to the query. Thank you. 207, it's right. 2.7 into 10 to the power of minus 5. Okay, right? Okay. Anyone is having any answers again? You can post your query in the chat box, or you can switch on your mic and you can answer to the question. Okay, right? This is the answer. The answer of the deflection torque, that is 2.736 into 10 to the power of minus 5 Newton meter. Okay, right, right. So we're going to the second problem. So in the second problem, so this is a question we got. So this is the following data: moving coil instrument, permanent magnet moving coil instrument. This is the following data we got. So we have number of turns, that is 200 number of turns, and width of the former, aluminum former, that is 20 mm, and height of the former is 25 mm. 25 mm. The flux density is 0.1 Weber per meter square. Okay. So the moment of inertia, that is 3 into 10 to the power of minus 7 kg per meter square, and torque produced by the spring is 90 into 10 to the power of minus 7 Newton meter per radian. So calculate the current in the coil through a deflection of 120 degrees. So we have theta at 120 degrees. So this is the problem we got. So in a PMMC instrument, we have number of turns, we have width of the aluminum former, we have height, and we have flux density, and this is the moment of inertia we got. This is the moment of inertia, and this is the torque produced by the control spring. That means this is T suffix C. Torque produced by the control spring. So this is T suffix C. Torque produced by the control spring, that is T suffix C is equal to 90 into 10 to the power of minus 7. So this is the thing we got. Okay. So, and we also know that theta is equal to, and theta, that is equal to 120 degrees. Theta is equal to 120 degrees. So from this, how can we solve the issue means? So we have to see the given data. Just go through the given data. What is the given data we got in the question, in the query? So what is the given data we got? So this is the given data, that is capital N is equal to, capital N is equal to 120, capital N is equal to 200, and B, that is breadth of the aluminum former, that is 20 mm, that is represented with respect to meters. Okay, and the length of the former is 25 mm, that is represented with respect to 0.025 m, and maximum flux density B is equal to, what is B? Here B is equal to Weber per meter square, that is represented with Weber per meter square, maximum flux density, and the controlling torque is explained here. Controlling torque is equal to 90 into 10 to the power of minus 7 Newton meter per radian, and we also have the deflection. Okay, angle of deflection, that is theta. Theta is equal to 120 degrees. So what I did means I converted this theta into we converted the theta into radians per second. Okay, how can we convert the theta into radians per second? We can convert the theta into radians per second. So radians per second by multiplying with the particular angle pi by 180 degrees. So we can convert the theta into radians per second. So that's what we did. So this is the given data. So if you go through the given data, we have number of turns, we have breadth of the aluminum former converted into meters, and we have length of the aluminum former. Okay, and maximum flux density is capital B. We have 0.1 Weber per meter square, and we have controlling torque. And we have controlling torque, that is 90 into 10 to the power of minus 7 Newton meter per radian. Theta is equal to 120 degrees. I converted that into radians. So if we go to the solution of one by one, so what we have to do means here we have to equalize controlling torque is equal to deflection torque here. That is the thing we have to do. So how can we equalize controlling torque equal to the deflection torque. At what condition? Controlling torque is equal to deflection torque means at equilibrium condition. At only at the equilibrium condition, the controlling torque will be equal to deflection torque. It only at the equilibrium condition, controlling torque will be equal to deflection torque. That means whenever the pointer needle reaches from the initial value to a maximum value, after reading an instantaneous value, let us say 5 amperes or 10 volts, after reading the 5 amperes or 10 volts, whatever it may be the current rating, whatever it may be the voltage rating, both of the torques will be at equilibrium position. That means deflection torque will act in clockwise direction and controlling torque will act in counterclockwise direction. Okay, so at that instant, that instant is called as equilibrium condition or steady state deflection condition. Okay, that instant is called equilibrium condition or steady state deflection condition. So if we equalize both of them, so what is the value of deflection controlling torque? We know controlling torque. What is the formula for controlling torque? Just anybody respond in the chat box. What is the formula for controlling torque? You have to respond and you have to be quick. Right, formula for controlling torque. Somebody responded in the chat. Formula for controlling torque, that is K into theta. Controlling torque formula, that is K into theta, where K is called as spring constant. K is called as spring constant. Okay, so I represented the value of K. What is the value of K we got in the previous data? K is nothing but 90 into 10 to the power of minus 7. What is the value of theta? Theta is equal to 2 pi by 3. Okay, so next I equalizing both of them and I substituted the values of n here. What is n? N number of turns. Okay, B is nothing but flux density and sorry, B is not flux density and I is nothing but current. Okay, length of the aluminum former is 0.25 meters and breadth of the former is 0.02 meters. I equalized both of them. So from this equality condition, from this thing of a steady state deflection, I have to calculate this value, this particular value. I have to calculate this particular value. So how can we do that? How can we do that? Just substitute, just follow the left hand right hand rule and answer to my question of current. How much amount of current is flowing here? How much amount of current will flow through this thing? What is the current here? How much amount of current will flow here? Just anybody respond to my query? Only 236 responded. Anyone? How much amount of current will flow through this thing? Again, 207 responded. Again, come again. Anyone? Only a few people are responding in the meeting. We have around 64 students in the room. Only 4 people responded to the answer. Right. What is the current? Current is equal to around 1.88 milliamps. Right. 0.271, 0.0018837. We don't need so many numericals, right? Just by representing the current in the milliamps, only after point we need around 2 numericals. That's enough. So this is about second problem. Just if I have any queries with respect to the problem, just let me know in the chat box. Yeah, thank you. So third problem, we're coming into the third problem. So a coil. So what is the thing happen means a coil of this is a voltmeter, permanent magnet moving coil, voltmeter. It will read DC voltage. Okay. So the aluminum former is around 40 mm long and 30 mm wide. While I'm going through the problem, just to go through the given data, note down yourself the given data. Okay, and just solve parallelly along with me. So it will be quite simple for you. Don't make the things complex. Okay, just go through the flow. So the length of the former is 40 mm and the breadth of the former is 30 mm wide. Okay, and the number of turns is around 100 meters. Okay, the spring control spring exerts a torque of 240 into 10 to the power of minus 6 Newton meter. So this is the spring constant. Okay, this is the spring constant we got. Oh, sorry, this is the control spring torque, control torque. T suffix c is around 240 into 10 to the power of minus 6. And the deflection torque and the deflection is 100 divisions on a full scale. That means it is a uniform scale. So PMMC instrument is generally PMMC instrument scale is divided in a uniform segmentation. So that's why we have in a uniform segmentation we have 100 divisions, and the flux division in that particular air gap that is around, what is the flux division here? That is 1.0 Weber per meter square. So what is the thing we have to calculate? We have to calculate the resistance if the coil reads around a reading of 1 volt per division. So what will be the resistance of the particular meter? Okay, let us see. So this is a given data we got. So what is the given data we got? We have length of the former. L, small l, is the length of the former. That is a aluminum former, rectangular aluminum former, like rectangular aluminum former which is connected on a vertical spindle. I think you got the picture. So L is equal to 40 mm and breadth is equal to 30 mm. Okay, and number of turns N is equal to 100 turns, and controlling torque provided is 240 into 10 to the power of minus 6 with the help of control switch, and flux density is around 1.0 Weber per meter square. So if we solve the thing here, okay, so what is the deflection torque? Deflection torque T suffix D is equal to, what is the formula of deflection torque? T suffix D is equal to number of turns T into N into B into current into length into breadth of the coil. I substituted the value of N, the value of flux density, the value of current, the value of length and breadth. I calculated the deflection torque. I calculated the deflection torque. I don't know how much amount of current flowing. Okay, we need to calculate the current here. So in order to calculate that, what I did means I exercised the thing. I equalized the controlling torque is equal to deflection torque. Okay, so what will be the current flowing here? What will be the current flowing, Andy? How much amount of current flow will flow through this thing? What will be the value of capital I? Capital I is equal to 240 into 10 to the power of minus 6 divided by 0.12. How much, and 2 milliamperes, right? Thank you. Is this thing 271, 212, 2 milliamps, right? Just anyone? 222, right? It's 2 milliamps. Right, the answer is 2 milliamps, right? Almost most of the people are getting the same answer, 2 milliamps. So this is the current, 2 milliamps is the current flowing. So after finding the current, 2 milliamps, what we have to do? We need to calculate the resistance, right? We need to calculate the resistance, right? Resistance, how much amount of resistance we need to find out? So the resistance we need to calculate is nothing but a series resistance which is connected at 1 volt per division. So the voltage across the instrument, that is voltage across the instrument, V is equal to IR. We know the value of current, that is 2 milliamperes. We don't know the resistance. So we need to calculate the resistance. That is volt per division on a 100 scale. Volt per division on a 100 scale, that is 0.002 divided into R divided by 100. Okay, so from that, how can we calculate resistance? So the value, if we calculate per volt per division, 1 volt per division, so this is the value 0.02 into R divided by 100, that is equal to 1. So what will be the value of resistance? The resistance is equal to around 50 kilo ohm. The resistance is around 50 kilo ohm. So is it clear? Is this problem clear? Okay. Can I go to the next one?
Wait, sir.
Wait, what's the issue? 279?
Wait for a minute.
What?
I'm noting, sir.
Oh, pardon, I didn't get you.
I am writing in my notes, sir. Please
Okay.
wait for 1 minute.
I will just forward the PPT to your WhatsApp group. Don't get too complex. I will forward this thing. Okay. I will, with respect to this, I will again give a tutorial sheet by the end of the day with a similar context and with the previous model problem. I'm also solving the question paper problems along with it. I will just forward this PPT to your WhatsApp group, and I will again, along with this, I will give a tutorial sheet for your practice. Okay, just go through it and calculate along with me on your rough notes. You can note it down in your notes when I will show, when I share the PPT to your WhatsApp group. Okay, is it okay? Great. That means we don't have so much time. That's why. So fourth problem. What is the fourth problem? So this is the fourth problem. So the resistance of the moving coil meter. I'm discussing a different range of problems. So that we can cover so many models. That's the thing. So the resistance of moving coil meter is 11 kilo ohms. Okay. So the moving coil has 100 turns, and length of the aluminum rectangular aluminum former, that is 40 mm, and the breadth is 30 mm. Okay. So what is the flux density? We got flux density is 0.05 Weber per meter square. Okay. So determine the deflection produced by 220 volts. Okay, we need to see how much is the deflection angle when the voltmeter reads 220 volts. Okay, and if the spring control gives a deflection of 1 degree. Okay, how much amount of spring control is giving? Spring control is giving a deflection of 1 degree, and the torque, spring control torque, is around 20 into 10 to the power of minus 7 Newton meter. So this is a problem. So when we see the given data, when I exercise the given data, sorry, when we exercise the given data, so this is the resistance we got. The resistance is 11 kilo ohm. That's why represented with respect to 11,000 ohms. And we exercise with respect to number of turns, n is equal to 100 ohms. Sorry, the number of turns n is equal to 100. And length of the aluminum former, that is 40 mm, that is 0.02, sorry, 0.04 meters. And the small b, that is breadth, that is 30 mm, that is 0.03 meters. And capital B is equal to capital B. What is capital B? Capital B represents the flux density, that is 0.05 Weber per meter square. And voltage, that is 220 volts. And the deflection is around 20 into 10 to the power of minus 20. This is the deflection torque. So what is the thing we need to calculate? Means we need to see what is determine the deflection. We need to find out the deflection at a particular voltage of 220 volts. Okay. So if we go to the problem, first we need to find out the angle of deflection, theta. In order to find out the angle of deflection theta, we need to find out current. What will be the value of current I when V is 220 volts? What is the value of V here? The V is 220 volts divided by resistance is around resistance, that is 11,000 ohms. So what is the answer, Andy? What is the current? What is the value of current? 0.02. Anyone just rectify it? 0.02, 261, 209. Okay, 271. 271, you got a different answer, that is 0.0, 0.33 milliamps. Anyone? Just sort it out. 222, 0.02, 212, 0.02, 283. Okay, so let us see. That is 0.02 amps. Okay, we got the current. Okay, and next step, what is the next step? We need at a deflection torque condition, at a steady state condition, okay, great. At a steady state condition, that means after the needle reads 220 volts, that means after the meter, this is a permanent magnet moving coil meter, that too it is an voltmeter. The voltmeter has to read 220 volts. After reading 220 volts, the meter will go into an equilibrium condition. That means both controlling torque will equal to the the deflection torque will be equal to controlling torque. So at that condition, I am equalizing the deflection torque equal to controlling torque at an equilibrium condition, at steady state condition. So what will happen? Deflection torque. What is the formula for deflection torque? That is number of turns n into capital B into current into length into breadth of the former, that is equal to capital T suffix C controlling torque, that is K into theta. K is nothing but the spring constant. This is not T suffix D, sorry, this is T suffix C. There is a problem here. This is T suffix C. Okay. So after exercising the thing, so what is the value of theta here? We know the value of n. What is the value of n? N is equal to 100. V is equal to 0.05 Weber per meter square. Current I is equal to 0.02 amp. Already we find it. We know the length of the former, breadth of the former. What will be the value of theta? That is equal to, what is n? N is equal to 100 into V, 0.05 into what is I? Current, that is 0.02 into what is L? 0.04 into 0.03, the whole divided by 20 into 10 to the power minus 3. What is the answer? 60. What is 60? 60 degrees. Okay, 60 degrees. 60 degrees. 60. 236 answer 60. 212 60. 283 got 60. 212 got 60. Okay, 236 got 60. So let us see. Most of the people got a unique answer. 208, we also got 60 degrees. So let us see that this is the value. If we substitute the terms, and capital N is equal to 100 tons, capital B is equal to 0.05 Weber per meter square, current is 0.02 amps, and L is 0.04 meters, breadth is 0.03 divided by 20 into 10 to the power minus 3. Okay, so if we go through the thing, 265 got 0.05. How does that happen? So the answer, angle of deflection, that is theta, is equal to 60 degrees. 60 degrees. Is it clear? Okay. Is the problem understandable? This is the new segment we discussed. That this is the new type of thing. Can I go to the next one? Can I go to the fifth problem? Or do you have any queries with this thing? Right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So coming into the next thing. So a moving coil millivoltmeter has a resistance of 20 ohm and a full scale deflection of 120 degrees, and it is reaching a potential difference of 10 millivolts. It is applied when it is applied across terminals. Okay. The moving coil has an effective dimension of 3.1 centimeter into 2.6 centimeter, and it is wound with 120 turns. Okay. The flux density in the air gap, that is 0.15 Weber per meter square. Determine the control constant of the spring. So what type of instrument this is? This is a PMMC millivoltmeter. Millivoltmeter. The purpose of PMMC millivoltmeter is to measure millivolts, and it is applied across terminals. So if we go through the given data, so we have the resistance R is equal to 20 ohms. We have a scale deflection. Already we represented with respect to the scale deflection, full scale deflection. Theta is equal to 120 degrees. And voltage applied across the terminals is 100 millivolts. That is 0.1 volt. And the length is 3.1 centimeters. That is 0.031 meters. Breadth is 2.6 centimeters. That is 0.026 meters. And N is equal to 120 meters. And breadth is equal to, sorry, maximum flux density, that is 0.15 Weber per meter square. So if we need to find out the control, spring constant control, that is K. Okay, in order to find out that, first we need to find out the current. What is the current flowing in the meter? We know the voltage, we know the resistance. What is the voltage we got? We know the voltage is 0.1 volt divided by resistance 20 ohms. Right. Okay. What is the current here we got? Just go through the thing. What is the current we got? 5 milliamps. 271 we got 5 milliamps. 71 is it 271 5 milliamps? 212 5 milliamps. Anyone? Anyone is getting the answer of 5 milliamps? Anyone? Let's respond. That's okay. We will see. So we go to the next step. Sorry. 0.1 divided by 20 ohms, that is 0.05 amperes, that is nothing but 5 milliamperes. The answer is correct. So if you go to the next thing, that is full scale deflection torque. Full scale deflection torque. In order to find out full scale deflection torque, we need to find out the deflection torque, that is T suffix D. We know most of you are familiar with this formula, that is number of turns into maximum flux density into current into length into breadth. N in the sense number of turns, capital B represents the flux density, I represents the current, L represents the length, and B represents the breadth. Okay, so we know the all parameters, most of the parameters. If we substitute one by one, okay, capital N is equal to 120, B is equal to 0.15. Okay, so what is the answer here we got? 236. We got the final constant, right? We will see with that. 271, 0.72, 0.072. Deflection torque is around 0.072. Anyone? Anyone just go through the thing? That most of the people are getting answer 0.072. Okay, 212, 7.2 into 10 to the power minus 5. Okay, right. So if we see the answer, that is 7.5 into 10 to the power minus 6. Okay, right. So we already crossed with respect. We already got the concept of. We already find the concept of deflection torque. If we go further, okay. So we reached the steady state condition. Okay, we reached the steady state condition. Steady state condition in the sense here the instrument, that is permanent magnet moving coil millivoltmeter. It already read 100 millivolts, that is 0.1 volt. Okay, and it reached the maximum value where deflection torque and controlling torque are both are equal. It are at a final state. So that is T suffix C is equal to C into theta. And most of the textbooks, the literature is T suffix C, controlling torque. T suffix C is equal to K into theta, but in some of the textbooks that will be C into theta, both are equal. So if we substitute the value here, that is the controlling torque is equal to deflection torque, and controlling torque is equal to C into theta. Deflection torque already we got the thing, that is 7.5 into 10 to the power of minus 6. So what is the value here? Capital C is equal, controlling torque is equal to 7.254 into 10 to the power of minus 6 divided by 120. So we know the angle of deflection is 120 degrees. So what is the final answer? Final answer 222. 0.34 is equal to theta. I didn't get you. 212. 6.6 into 10 to the power of minus 7. 212 got 6 into 10 to the power of minus 7. 261 got 6.045 into 10 to the power of minus 7. Anyone? 271 got 6 into 10 to the power of minus 7. Previously, 236 got a different answer, I think. What is the thing? What is 236 previously got 3.46 into 10 to the power of minus 5. And your most of the people are getting answer 6.6 into 10 to the power of minus 7. That's 6.04 into 10 to the power of minus 7. Let us see the answer. So let us see the answer, that is 6.045 into 10 to the power of minus 7. That most of the people got the same correct answer. So is it okay? Is it clear? Right, 207, 209, 271, 212, right, okay. Most of the people are posting the same answers in the chat box, right? Okay, thank you. That only we are getting only 20 people are responding with respect to the thing. Just most of the others just go with the concept. If you have any queries, just let me know. Is it problem clear? Is this problem clear? Can I go to the next one? Okay, thank you. Okay, right. So the next problem, that is problem number 6. So this is the problem we got. So this is a permanent magnet moving coil, which is having the dimensions. This is a rectangular coil that is having a dimension of 15 mm into 12 mm, and the flux density created by the permanent magnets, that is 1.8 into 10 to the power of minus 3 Weber per meter square, and the spring constants, it is 0.14 into 10 to the power of minus 6 Newton meter per radian. We need to determine the number of turns in order to produce an angular deflection of 90 degrees when the current is at 5 ampere, which is flowing through the coil. So if we see the thing, so the deflection theta is equal to 90 degrees, which is represented with respect to the radian. Okay. So and at an equilibrium condition or at steady state condition, what will happen? At steady state condition, both deflection torque is equal to controlling torque. Okay. So that is number of deflection torque, that is n into V into L into D into I, that is equal to K into theta. Okay. So if we substitute the values here, what is the main objective? We need to find out number of turns in of the coil, capital N. So substitute the value of K. What is the value of K here? Constant. What is the value of spring constant value? That is 0.14 into 10 to the power of minus 6. Theta is nothing but represented with respect to pi by 2 rad. We know the flux density 1.8 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So substitute this value and post me the answer. What is the answer here? What will be the number of turns? So this is the thing. Constant K is equal to 0.14 into 10 to the power of minus 6. Theta is nothing but deflection angle, that is pi by 2 radians. And I substituted the value of magnetic flux density here. Okay. And this is the value of current flowing. And this is the value of actual thing, length and breadth and current. So what is the final value of number of turns? What is the number of turns value? $135.74. 283 got 135.74. Anyone got the similar answer? Same answer? Solve accordingly. Right. 135 turns. Okay. Anyone? 135.74. 209 got the same answer. 212 got the same answer. Okay, is that okay? 212, 208, 209, 236. How much you got? 222. How much you got? So the final thing, that is capital N is equal to capital N is equal to 136 turns. Okay. So coming to the next problem, problem number 7. So moving coil voltmeter. So this instrument is a PMMC voltmeter which reads DC, only DC voltage, and it has a resistance of 20 ohms. Okay. So at a full scale deflection, of 120 degrees, the potential difference it will read is around 100 millivolts when it is applied across. So the moving coil has a dimensions of 30 mm to 25 mm, which is wound on 100 turns. Okay. The control spring constant, that is 0.375 into 10 to the power of minus 6. So find the flux density in the air gap. We need to find out the flux density in the air gap. Okay. If the diameter of the copper wire is around 30% of the instrument, and specific resistance what we got is 1.7 10 to the power minus 6. So voltage, what is the voltage flowing across the meter? That is 100 millivolts. Okay. And next, what is the current flowing? We need the, we already got the voltage that is 100 millivolts. What will be the current? 100 millivolts divided by resistance is around 20 ohms. What is the current only? Current is 5 into 10 to the power minus 3 amps. 5, okay, 5 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So if we see further, we need to find out deflection torque, that is T sub d is equal to N B L D into I. Okay. So if we see the value, so what is the value of deflection torque? Number of turns, that is equal to 100 turns. We need to find out the flux density. Length is 30. Length is 30 mm. That is 30 into 10 to the power minus 3. Breadth is 25 mm. That is 25 into 10 to the power minus 3. Current is around, what is the amount of current we got? Current is 5 milliamperes. 5 into 10 to the power of minus 3. What is the value of deflection torque? 5. What is the value of deflection torque? Deflection torque is represented with respect to Newton meter. The value of deflection torque is around 375 into 10 to the power of minus 8. Right. Most of the people similar got the similar answer. Right. Newton meter. We have to represent the ohm meter. Sorry, no, Newton meter or ohm meter. We have to represent there. Okay. Right. Okay. So after finding the deflection torque, we need to exercise the thing here. We need to find out the maximum flux density here. So controlling torque, we already got in the problem the controlling torque for a deflection of theta is equal to 120 degrees. That is T sub c is equal to k into theta. Okay. If we substitute the value there, what is the value of T suffix c? T suffix c is equal to 45 into 10 to the power of minus 6. So after calculating the deflection torque and after calculating the controlling torque, we need to equalize both controlling torque and deflection torque. Controlling torque and deflection torque. So if we equalize both of them, controlling torque is equal to the deflection torque. What is the value of B here? What will be the value of final answer? Capital B is equal to capital B is equal to 45 into 10 to the power of minus 6 divided by 375 into 10 to the power of minus 6. What is the answer? What is the value of flux density? Weber per meter square. Flux density is represented with respect to Weber per meter square. 271 got 0.12. 283 got 0.12. Just anyone cross-examine the answer? Yeah, similar answer. Same answer is getting for all of them. Let us see. The flux density, that is 0.12 Weber per meter square. Weber per meter square. So on this thing, we solved 7 problems, 7 different models. 0.12 is the answer. Okay, right. 268, 271, 283. Okay, so 0.12. So we got 7. We solved 7 problems or 7 different patterns. Okay, if you have any doubts, just let me know in the chat box.